I knew it was difficult. It's not going to be any easier here. Or maybe it is. Is this draft better this time around, would you say?
Are they setting up for the thing? I was talking about this last night. You set up to try to kill the Centaurs when they go for the Retaliate build-up, but he actually went top to get the Retaliate stacks built up. So they did try to set up for the gank in the mid lane. People are trying to punish this, but they weren't able to this time. So let's see.
Let's have a look.
So for forwards, I think the Sand King does give them together what they were lacking a little bit is team fight. I think they really were suffering on that aspect on forward before that. He should be able to... Yeah, you should be able to put a good amount of pressure onto bottom, but I think Slark also, I know how they were saying like there's not that beefcake for Slark to build up the stacks up. I think Sand King can kind of become that beefcake in some situations.
He might get very tanky.
Yeah, it might be one of those games that he might do that. It could hurt them. I think that's where the Slark can come into play.
But of course, as you were saying to me during the draft, this is a Sand King that you're picking into an FY Rubik.
Yes, they give FY probably one of the best spells in the game that you can possibly steal. You just always go for that stun from that. Sand King is saying Snake's forced to get the stun, get himself out of there. But yeah, you're gonna be probably giving up the. I mean, there's a lot of good spells to steal in this one too. I mean, and most of the Grimstroke spells are amazing because they just get buffed up. That Inkswell, if you steal that as a Rubik, it becomes like a 6-second AoE stun. It's insane if he's actually able to. 6-second AoE stun, like 550, 600 plus damage. It's really insane if he does get it.
It's a good Rubik game.
Yeah. So same thing, yeah. He can get those the stun from the Sand King too, as we see. Next Nova has some damage and armor built up from that. So he has the +5 armor from his spirit as well, so he plays a little bit aggressive there. And these double melees, it's a double melee versus double melee here.
Yeah, Arme's are going to be happy trading each and every time.
I mean, even ET is too. Like he can go for these trades because he's always going to have that little bit of bonus armor versus them too. Once the levels start building up, it becomes scarier because they have tag team plus they have a Sandstone, which is an annoying, very annoying spell.
Oh, and in the mid lane, of course, last game we saw CCNC's TA. This time round, we'll get to enjoy the treat of maybes.
Yeah.
So we'll see maybe try and give CCNC a bit of a lesson in how it's played.
Yeah, I like seeing like we get to see so many different TA versus Ember matchups because, I mean, like we said, sometimes I see the Embers kill the TAs, sometimes I see the TAs kill the Embers. It's really, really fun to see. And sometimes you see teams pick Ember into TA and other teams pick TA into Ember. It's great. It's such a fun little matchup thing. It reminds me when we used to have like the Queen of Pain versus Shadow Fiend or like the TA versus Invoker back in the day all the time. As we do see bottom, yeah, Slark having a great time already versus those two strength heroes.
I mean, and for forward as well, you know, she said that the bottom lane definitely something that's not going to look too hot for them. The top lane is this sort of a lot better? I mean, I guess Yawar, he's not going to feel too threatened by these two heroes, right? Centaur, Rubik, it's unlikely to catch him off guard. He's going to hit creeps, right?
Yeah, but I mean, Centaur is just such a monster of a hero. That's the one thing.
What denies
you get the denies. You have the better animation, the better damage, and then you retaliate stacks. If you do get caught out, like the Grimstroke can die for sure. If they do keep the both heroes up there. So I'm really liking the way LGD does have their lane set up right now. I was hoping it would be like a 4-position Elder Titan just because I want to see a 4-position Elder Titan for fun, but it's much better to have FY playing that Rubik in this one. Sentry's down.
Got a lot of sentries. Snaking will be able to burrow strike away. Before Arme's fully able to get on top of him.
Giving him the beatdown. Continuing to give him the beatdown. The haste wears off though.
Massively struggling to put any sort of pressure onto Arme. He's getting full free farm as this like mid lane. Ooh.
Sideblade.
Trying for it. See, since he's got the salve out. CS continues to be very even. Top lane, FY. He's in, he finds Pylite Eye.
Wow, he got him by himself too. That was without even a Centaur.
They must have sort of battled between the two of them.
He probably, I mean, with the boots, he's able to just keep chasing him down, giving them those extra right clicks. All three lanes looking fantastic already for LGD. The
really are.
Full-blown free farming. Lifesteal is struggling.
I mean, yeah, you were right about this top lane. Yawar he is falling behind.
Yeah.
Chalice is getting so much out of this, and
he doesn't even have a Quelling Blade. He has just a chainmail. He's gonna buy boots actually instead of going for it here. He's just having a great time getting all those last hits.
They can go for kills on Pi even easier now.
Yeah, and that's what provides when you get those early stacks of the Retaliate. When you do that tower thing, it gives you a lot of extra denies. It's Pi. Can
he get out with an Inkswell? One more right click from Chalice would do it, but he won't quite be able to get it. FY actually, he could sort of go for this one. Has to be careful with the Stroke of Fate coming out. Pi will be able to get far enough away to get a trade round. Chalice is able to get the Who Stomp down, but the Rage is already out from Yawar. Tag team as well. Keeping themselves on top of the Centaur, but with those boots, Chalice can still walk back to safety. Stroke of Fate will come out. Does cancel the salve that Chalice popped. So definitely going to shut him down as he's now out of regen on the Centaur.
Man, this bottom lane's a disaster, though. Look how, I mean, Ame is just completely farming. Snaking's going to be zoned out now. He has to go do some manipulation of creep wave to try to get something down here now. That is extremely problematic, as now they're having to run a full defensive tri-lane to guarantee this Lifestealer's farm. They have to do something, though. Like, bottom just was such a mess. This is what they need to do to try to salvage it.
But yeah, this I mean, more than just free farm Slark. 27 and 14, Ame. He is gearing up to have a very strong Slark game.
Yeah, and we're seeing like the TA, the one thing that does happen in this matchup is those denies really do build up because just the fraction, you're not able to get those last hits as an Ember, but it's not even just that in this one too. It's just straight up the last hits too. It's just all across the board LGD right now. But as we said, they did move a tri-lane top, so they should, in theory, be able to guarantee themselves these 2 bounty runes and secure Yawar's farm quite a lot better here.
Maybe get some kills out of it. Here's Chalice. So we use the Hoof Stomp. MSS gets on top of them with the snowball. Chalice will put the Retaliate and start to punch back onto MSS.
He might get him with another hit here into a double edge. MSS has the Shrine.
He's
has
not
to keep running, though.
He's got CCNC there. Backup comes in. Chalice still doing a lot of damage back to the 2 of them, and they will finally get the kill upon him. They do have that Shrine to get full use out of it between the 3 of them, but Chalice certainly making them draw a lot of attention towards that.
Yeah.
Get him away from the mid lanes, giving more space to the TA. And this bottom lane, I mean,
free farm
it's as you say, they have had to sort of just leave it as it is, as there's not been anything that they can really do with the heroes. They have to slow Ame down, but it does mean that this Slark is going to be absolutely massive.
Yeah.
Mid lane. Why? Telekinesis on CCNC. CCNC's got a lot of backup, but it doesn't seem to matter. He's already dead. They'll get the first kill. They'll almost certainly have a good shot at getting Pi as well. The sleep comes out. He's got an ink swell, but he's going to die before it pops. 2 kills in the mid lane for PSG LGD. A 2K lead, 6 minutes in. This game 2 start looking a lot worse than the game 1 start was before. This one's going to be a lot tougher.
Yeah, absolutely. This one's going to be much harder here. I mean, CCNC is just going to be really shut down, and him catching up in this game is going to be hard. They have heroes that are pretty decent versus Ember Spirit in this one. Especially if he's behind. As top, we do see the wraparound again. MSS trying to put pressure onto Chalice with this tri-lane, and they should be able to get this one here. So they're starting to pick up some kills here when they moved that tri-lane toward top, which was, like I said, needed.
Now they certainly have sort of focused down the core that's the easier of the targets. Bottom lane, snaking though. It's being hunted, Ame's in.
He's getting no mercy for snaking. They're banning out his heroes in the first 3, and they're just slaughtering him in the lane.
Yeah, free farm for Ame, 2 kills as well, picked up in the lane. That
Midas queued up.
I mean, he knows.
Yep. I was wondering if he might go for...
It's a beautiful game for him so far. He can get away with this.
Yeah, I was wondering if maybe he goes for like that
top
drum
lane,
that we
though,
saw.
Chalice. The feed train has begun. He's hit 3 times in a row on this top lane. The tri-lane decision from forward. It's sort of a sacrifice. They're giving all that space down bottom, but they are definitely making the most of it up top, killing the Centaur over and over again.
Oh, that's a cool Ops ward. That's like very away from the natural sentry wards that are gonna be able to counter the, if there's a ward on top of the ancient camp, as well as the natural ward that you do usually place up on that high ground. That's a nice ward. Take it easy. Careful.
All of his health there from the side blades.
Nicely that he does have the remnant there positioned onto that hard camp there, though, so he can use a little bit of that flame guard to get some efficiency of farm. Chalice does get the deny, though, with that retaliate bonus damage. They're not able to actually go for the chase. The TPs are coming out already.
So you try and turn. Telekinesis. It's the heavy burst, Jawar. The quick heal with the Infest. Tries to turn towards Chalice, but the sleep stomp onto the 2 of them is keeping Chalice safe. MSS and Jawar now backing off with Pi. As X-Nova turns up and make sure that this time Chalice won't go down.
So that's gonna be such a, this Slark is gonna be
this
Slark's gonna be such a problem.
I mean, do you sort of agree with the approach the forward game he had, like that there just isn't anything that they do about the Slark, or do you feel that you would rather sort of sack Yawar's farm and balance that out with the potential of shutting down the Slark early on? Like, is this the only way you can play it as forward? Do you have to let the Slark farm?
It's like, what's your decision? It's like the decision is like, do we run an aggro? Oh my God, he got hit by 3 side blades again. It's like, do you run an aggro trial and you leave your lifestealer? That's not really an option. It's maybe you run the lifestealer and an aggro trial.
Can't you take your lifestealer down here? Can you not get him farming in the same lane so you can not only secure the lifestealer farm, but also try and do your best to limit the Slarks? It's
not great having the lifestealer right versus a Slark though, right?
Yeah,
because then you're giving him the essence shift stack. So. Yeah. I mean, the bottom lane just went to a complete disaster at minute 1, pretty much, right? Like, Snaking gets stun level 1, he gets put down to like half HP on the rune. It just becomes incredibly difficult just from level 1. So I think the move to secure Yawar's farm is probably the best one that they can do there.
Yeah, and ultimately it's just what the final pick Slark was just really good from LGD.
Yeah, I think it was an excellent Slark pick for sure.
And Midas,
I thought
it's going to be very, very soon out on Arme.
I thought maybe there was the potential that we could see MSS try to go for some rotation onto the mid lane, but I think just because of how shut down CCNC was, it wasn't a possibility for him to like rotate and try to kill a TA. Because, you know, with the Flame Guard, you could have an option, but yeah, he got set back a bit too much from those side blades and just from, yeah, maybe just dominating the lane. And now he will just farm some ancient stacks very peacefully. And I think we also will see. Is Forward Gaming stacking ancients? No, they weren't. They were just camping bounty runes.
I see these 10-minute bounty runes. Arme is already jumping up, in fact. Wasn't quite away. In fact, he nearly gets the kill there. See if they can turn towards anything else, as shards will block him off. Arme still trying to chase down Pi. He's got pounce again in a second. He should get this. Jumps in. It's another kill for the Slark. Arme. That's the Midas done. Out on his way. Level 9. Nearly as well leveled as maybe in that mid lane. These two cores are going to be so leveled and so farmed.
Yeah. That was a little bit of a late stampede there. Looks like maybe, I don't know, Great he did it way after he stopped chasing, but he's able to get the kill anyway, so it's fine. They get some tower pressure here too. He stomp. High. We'll be fine. Backup is there. And oh, the Dire Courier. Ame. I think he just found it. He did.
He did. And that had what the phase boots
and an urn
of CCNC and the urn and a tome. That's not a bad courier snipe to find at 10 minutes.
No, not at all. Now MSS is stuck at level 4. I think they ate the other tome already on the Grimstroke, so a Tusk level 4 now for the next like 2 minutes. Well, he'll hit level 5, but he's going to be level 4 and 5 for the next few moments here. That's going to be a bit painful there. That extra little bit of lockdown and damage. And look at the wards they try to put bottom this century. And I think they didn't find that unorthodox ward that I was talking about there. That little sneaky play there by X-Nova. Around that Ancients.
It's a very rough start for Forward.
5k already. Crazy how fast it's accelerating.
11 minutes in this. And the fact that, you know, the man leading the charge is Arme on a Slark. This is a hero that, if he's this far ahead at the top of this start of the game, it's very hard for him to lose the game, I feel. You have this Slark, you got to mess up. Like this, and Arme, he's not the kind of man to mess up.
No, it's a great game for it. Wait, did I see CCNC have a Midas recipe in his inventory? No, okay, it was Yawar's Midas recipe. I was like, wait, what?
Oh, he was being
the courier. Yeah, I was like, wait, what? That would have been a first for me. As Chalice will get the stampede off. CCNC does not get the slight chains, and the LGD, they are here and ready. They have another trap down too on top of the Remnant when CCNC jumps to it.
Oh, he pops it early.
A little early. But they'll get Pi out of it.
Pi's trapped up.
Stolen shards.
FY's got the control. And Arme, he also gets a pick as well in the mid lane. Dives the tower. Takes down MSS. Another solo kill for this Slark. Arme is just having the dream opening to this game. Snaking. Bowden will be able to burrow strike away from the Echo Stomp. Just come back in with the Sandstorm. Just be careful as FY has come in. We'll do some damage. This Slark it's almost criminal how much he's getting away with.
I mean, the three cores. Even the Centaur is climbing up toward
yeah,
there.
Chalice, he died 3 times back to back, but yeah, he's back on par now. He's ahead of Snaking's farm.
Yeah, and we see FY has pretty much the same farm as CCNC right now too on this Rubik. Has the Aether Lens actually finished up at the base as X-Nova.
Oh, long TP will cost him. I'll get a kill. Should be able to get this tier 1 tower out of it as well. Forward with the 4th and down.
They have some reveal, hiding in the tree line, but they're going to find him.
They found FY in the trees. His second one. Movements from Yawar coming down to join forces with the rest of his team.
Very nice.
2 kills and a tier 1 tower. We'll get to close back a little that gap. Still not a lot of it. Still 7k difference. And still maybe an Arme just on a totally different level to any of the other cores on Forward Gaming side.
13 minutes, level 13 with the Deso. So that 1 minute per level, and he's going to kill everyone so easily.
Deny it. He's a little scared of going for the deny because he thinks that maybe he's going to come in and hit it, but I mean, maybe he's pretty far. You probably get away with denying this.
Rotations are coming. They're bringing more. Maybe they want to try to bait, maybe to go for the tower here, and they're bringing the rotations. I think Snaking has the Blink Dagger, yep.
And he's got that epi, and he goes. He's able to jump. There's the control on to maybe have they got the burst. They should do, and they have.
Nice bait play.
See if they can get more. They turn towards FY. Phantom Embrace is out from Pi. They'll get a second. Snay with a big reveal.
Whoever made that call, that was very nice. Just don't deny it.
Yeah, keep it alive.
Let them go for it. Bait them forward. That was, yeah.
They maybe get more here. Yawar, he's got a double damage rune. Snaking. Burrow strikes out. Onto X-Nova. X-Nova's gone as well. They get 3 kills. Forward. Making the smart moves with Snaking, leading the charge.
Very significant turnaround there. Ame's still able to get, of course, continue to get that full free farm there.
Meanwhile, Slark,
yeah, and they can't actually turn it into a tower is the problem there. So they do get these kills, but you look at their lineup.
It doesn't really change much in the goal difference.
Yeah,
it doesn't change anything in the goal difference because of how much Ame's getting.
And forward draft, like you look at it, they have some pretty awful tower damage and objective taking. It's really hard for them to really take towers or even look to go for a Rosh at any point in this game. They need to have like a big team wipe in order to be able to actually go for those type of pressures, or just have LGD not looking to defend it at all.
And build-wise from Arme's playing it safe. Echo Saber queued up a BKB next, and you get the BKB this game, he's invincible.
Yeah, and they're just going to do the Rosh. Double meld comes out. Easily able to do this one. I like the Echo, just some stats and just gives them that like safe build, like you said, and I think just like being able to get like any extra hits in is going to be significant, especially versus like these Tusks and heroes that you can lock down with your root. Like the Ember, he's not able to there though.
He's played a bit risky with these Remnant CCs. He never really has a lot of defensive ones played out before he gets jumped upon.
Yeah.
Only has the ones nearby.
Right there we see though another reason why the Slark is such a good pick. It's not only just versus the Tusk. If you're rooted, you obviously can't snowball, but of course versus that Ember, you just get stuck. So Ame is able to find those type of grabs there.
Yawar has now got the armlet after the Midas, so we'll have a little bit of turn-up potential for fights.
And we saw him do this build the other day too. He did, I think like Phase, Midas, Armlet, Radiance. I don't know why I said that's all Radiance. Yeah, it's just the Radiance afterwards though. But he gets the Armlet casually in between because it still provides you some fighting power, and it's good versus like the minus armor that comes out from these like the Slaughter, the TA in particular.
We'll show down bottom. Snake King on the high ground, looking for jump potential. Has got Epicenter, but the pings are out. Keep themselves hidden.
Trying to scout here with this Spirit here. Heading to commit, but there's a full pipe on Chalice.
He's got Stampede, yeah. Stop quite clip onto anyone. They're going to actually jump on the back lines, look straight away for the outer time. They'll get it. X-Nova's down, but they've lost Yawar. Maybe immediately deleted him, and they'll get CCNC as well. The rest of forward, they've got to try and escape. MSS TPing out, but FY, stolen Burrow Strike, in he goes on top of Snaking. Snaking will turn, get a 3-man Burrow Strike off in return, but X-Nova has the control. The Sleep Stomp's out onto Snaking. Snaking's dead. Pylite Eye gone as well. Forward Gaming lose 4. After they try and make an aggressive play behind the tier 2 tower of PSG LGD. And you just saw the speed that they died there. If maybe he can get in position, these heroes, Yawar and CCNC, they just melt to the physical DPS.
They both died before. Like the rest of the team was doing great, and then they're like, wait, where's our cores? what the hell happened? But yeah, they just died instantly. They actually just died pretty much instantly in that fight. That was crazy how much damage they can actually unleash in such a short amount of time.
I mean, Arme, he just continues to make it look like such a simple Slark game.
Yeah, and now we have, as we saw in the last fight, of course, too, FY does have the Burrow Strike Stone, so one of the best spells that you can steal. And he has an Aether Lens thrown on top, too, so longer range stuns. And yeah, 9k forward.
It's a rough one. Maybe he's got his blink. Everything is coming together for PSG LGD in this game, too. As forward, they had a tough game 1. This one is looking a lot more rough.
Yeah. They're setting themselves kind of up down bottom, but they're not actually defending the tower, so not getting too much farm out of it all when they're doing that to set up bottom. They have 4 heroes, 5 heroes kind of positioned, farming the similar camps here too. But they really want to try to defend Yawar in particular, because after what we saw before, he can just die instantly.
And Arme, you'll see quite a ridiculous lead on what you'd expect from the average of a Slark.
I mean, if he gets BKB, he can't even die.
He can't, yeah.
Like, if they throw everything on him, he probably won't get burst quick enough, and then he gets the BKB off, and then he just turns.
I mean, this is definitely one of those games where you can make the claim he's not going to die
all
game. CCNC instantly jumped upon in the mid lane. But yeah, this Arme's not going to die this game.
Maybe
he's doubled the once this game, hasn't he?
I believe so, yes. one EPICENTER that came out.
Yes, but yeah, this Slark he's going to have a flawless scoreboard. It'll be pretty safe to say. 2 minutes faster than the fastest, the BKB.
CCNC is just unable to really get anything. He shows his face and just gets jumped immediately. The Pounce plus now having these Blink Daggers too finished up on the Centaur as well as the TA. There's so many different ways to catch him now too, and yeah, he just dies in one disable. They're trying to, I mean, look at the way that they've been playing. Forward have been positioned down in that bottom side around their Ancients for the last like 2 minutes or so, just because they're like, all right, well, secure this area and maybe we can try to get some bounty runes out of it. But I mean, LGD, they're even like walking down here. They want to just bring the fight anyway.
Oh, Chalice. Initiate here with the two-man who stomp straight away. Stampy popped as well. In goes Maybe, has the damage to quickly take down Pylite Eye. Turns towards MSS. Snowballs out. They have killed off Chalice. They'll get the lead in straight away with the root follow-up onto the TA. Snake King's in with the Power Strike. Sandstorm down as well. They're bringing him pretty low. So that's 50 seconds on the Aegis. Ult's going to be popped out. Clips onto Snake King. See if they can get in for more. It's 1 for 1 so far, and it is LGD losing the core for it. FY gets caught out by Power Strike. Maybe he's going to jump across the fight. Goes with a kill on the backlines. Turns around towards Jawar. Aegis is going to be popped. Buyback comes out from MSS.
Here comes Ame.
So he can make his way over. Snake King revving up the epicenter. He's got it to go, but Ame jumps upon him. Snake King is dead. They'll turn towards Jawar and CCNC. The Essence shift starting to build up as well on the Slug. BKB's pop commits onto CCNC. CCNC is trying to throw a remnant out. He's trying to kill off at least another, and they will get X-Nova. Ame's been silenced as well. The bug is upon him. He'll take it off. Still got mana to play with. Shadow Dance is out. Caught out by the Explode, but jumping forward. Chasing down CCNC. The Echo Saber slows in, but he has a remnant. He's able to get out there.
He has so many stacks built up.
They've got to stay away from this Slark. They cannot kill him at the moment. But overall, Forward Gaming not too unhappy with that play. Maybe now, though, as they'll lose one more. MSS did have to buy back for that as well. A desperate attempt to try and swing things around in their favor. But at the end of the day, the Slark prevails. Armate 9-0-2. Just as soon as that BKB came out, a Shadow Blade appears on top of it as well. The levels continue to flow in, and this game continues to look borderline impossible for Forward.
Yeah, absolutely. That was like them just kind of like baiting them a little bit there too. Like Forward, they get some good kills, right? They get the TA twice, but you could see that LGD, they're like, doesn't matter. Keep the fight going. You just see Slark running across the map, and it's that ticking time bomb until he gets there to just slaughter them.
CCNC. Oh no. Oh no. He's dead again. Ah, mate.
This bottom ward that they have in the lane right here has done so much work, just scouting out the movement from Forward the last 3-4 minutes. Every time they've been playing down here, and that ward has literally just been catching them every single time that they've been trying to make that play. Level 19, they can't fight. Like right now, Forward can't fight. There's too many stacks on this Slark still. He has 158 agility right now. He's just ready to battle.
Oh boy.
Easily just claiming that tier 2 without even really any creeps. Has topped their position. TA was waiting on there though, but now the rest of the follow-up.
Do you get the sharp block off? Maybe. He's in a lot of trouble here. Just get refraction. They've got the dust. They see him. Wars punch up. He just hit the blink out. He's still going to retreat, but they should have a good shot at chasing this. Jump forward. There's the Power Strike. They'll get him. They will kill off Maybe. Another kill on the TA. They are doing a good job of taking him down.
Very nicely done. They were just, it looked like he was staying there for quite a while. I don't know if maybe he was like melding and looking for a secondary like a play there, and then they all just TP'd and caught him off guard. But
oh no, Pi.
Oh, good on Pi.
Oh boy.
Even just commits the BKB.
Kill more, just keep hitting Arme. He has not got a lot to be scared about at this point. Anytime he has the BKB and Shadow Dance, he really is invincible. This is the monster of Forward Gaming's nightmares.
Mm-hmm. They're still just desperately trying to get any type of space on the map here for themselves. Lifesteer's farm is, it's okay, but you compare it to the Slark, and it's 5,000 above. And they're Ember Spirit. Yeah, poor CCNC is just unable to really get much in. Yeah, more catch.
Essence shift for Arme. MSS. Ooh.
Nice shards, and he's got the snowball, but
he's still dead. Or is he? The Jukes, the Urn, MSS. He's gonna hide in the trees, but FY's found him.
Yeah.
I'll get him.
Tried his best to make some time in mid. Again, CCNC.
Oh no. He did not see or see that coming.
Man, how many deaths is that now? He's had so many. He's had such a rough game.
We won't bring it up. We won't bring up the deaths.
The lane, from the lane to the mid game now, just unable to really get much out of anything. I mean, LGD, they really do seem like it does seem like they're focusing CC and snaking a lot in these games that we've been seeing. The bans in particular that we saw, the first 3, of course, focus on snaking, but just, yeah, they're just being relentless, not allowing any breathing room for the poor Ember Spirit to catch back up.
LGD just not messing around. They turn up, they play their game, and it's a much better game than Forward's able to bring. This is LGD back on form and a team that you could definitely see making quite a run here at the Epicenter Major.
Absolutely. Now they have the BKB on the TA as well, so the kill potential is mostly gone now. Unless they can kill him immediately inside of the Epicenter, he's going to get that BKB off. They do have the Radiant stun, and they have a Veil on top too with that Blink, so they do have quite a high amount of burst damage.
You're relying on Snaking to carry you here.
If they can get a big Epi burrow...
Snaking is... He's the potential for them to make the big plays.
As long as they don't make the jump on Chalice. That is the one target they do not want to go for. He has 2,500 HP. If they can try to catch the TA or that Slark, the Slark probably still a bit hard, but they can maybe kill that TA if they can get the chain stun off on him before that BKB comes out, if Snaking can get that initiation. But just don't jump the Centaur.
Look at a couple of bounties. We'll be able to get out and get the 2 up top.
Positioning themselves here on the high ground too, maybe trying to see if they can get anything when LGD backs up to maybe check that Roche. It should be spawning relatively soon. Forward is going to be aware of that too. These traps though. Pie's starting to set up the sentries to get rid of them, but now that just shows LGD where Forward is positioned as the Roche spawns. So LGD is aware of it, so is Forward. Still camping up on this high ground, but the circle is drawn. X-Nova just drew a circle on top of where Forward is standing on the high ground. They are very well aware of this.
Straight back to base. The whole map, really, for PSG LGD to do whatever they want at the moment.
Yep, they got all that farm in those moments that, I mean, Forward just spent over a full minute and a half or so just going up onto that high ground. LGD is able to get like 4k gold swing off of it, and now they're setting up for that Roche and Arcane Rune as well, so it's going to die even easier, and TA is going to stay full HP because she'll just be spamming the Refraction and Meld to bring it down. Aegis and Cheese.
Yeah, with a triple Meld stats. Man. Look at that. That's minus a hell of a lot of armor.
Ooh, beautiful.
And that Arcane. Forward. Are heading over.
It's gonna be dead already before they can do it.
There's no way.
And Ame just walks up. He does not care. No fear whatsoever for the Slark.
There's nothing that scares him. Pouncing in. Stampede's there. He'll start to take some of the essence shifts away from Pilot Eye. Pilot Eye's gone. Snaking will get the jump on the side on top of FY. They'll kill the Rubik. The Stomps out as well as the ult. Moving over the BKB. Maybe find Snaking. Yawar and MSS having to be hot on the retreat, but the chase is on towards the side. Chalice and Ame continue to chase CCNC. They've got him. CCNC dead once more. More blood and glory for Ame's Slark.
Oh, MSS is spotted too. The Spirit on top of him, the trap too. And the Blink. And MSS will try to make them work for it a bit here, but inevitably will die.
21k lead, 26-16 at just 27 minutes in.
Ame he knows that he's unkillable. Just runs up on the high ground. It causes disarray completely on Forward. They don't know any idea who they want to go for anymore. And yeah, they end up jumping the Rubik. They kill FY, but yeah, you're killing the 4 position and losing pretty much everything for it. And now he has a full live Scotty finished up on top. It was unkillable for, and now he can actually look to go for Yawar. He can focus fire Yawar in these situations now too. The trap slow does not actually hit him, but he's got the Ice Scotty, so that's slow through the rage.
I mean, I think you keep going. Oh.
Nah, it's the Radiance miss. You don't want to pop a BKB just because of Radiance. Like,
I mean, yeah, I think Ame at this point could solo dive the high ground.
All right, Owen. You know. That's the Owen Slark plays, by the way, guys. He's jumping onto the high ground.
I bet Ame wanted to. Someone on his team was like, don't do it. Yeah, 12-0-5. I guess he wants to keep the scoreboard clean. Yeah. He wants to make sure he doesn't die at all this game.
So you're even admitting that he may have died when he went up there now.
Yeah, but he would have got some essence shift. He may have, he would have killed someone.
Well, he might be able to get someone here anyway.
This is a bit of an easier kill.
Yeah.
Nice and far away from the base. Snaking.
Good with the detection. The Stomp coming out.
X-Nova's got detection, right? Maybe he hasn't.
X-Nova not having detection?
X-Nova.
That is rare. That is very rare. He wanted some bracers this game.
Yeah. Oh, let's see with
the trap's still on top of him.
Oh, can they get to it? No, he's
fine.
He's away. X-Nova.
That's fair. I mean, that is extremely rare to see him not carrying any type of reveal.
There he is, he bought it now.
He bought a gem.
Bought a gem.
He's like, sorry.
Not again.
Sorry, guys.
Yep.
Snaking. Spotted.
Oh, Chalice, he just went in for it.
Looking for Pi, just
Runs him over with a stampede. Gets on top of MSS. Easy double kill for Chalice. And meanwhile, Arme, he's found his favorite fiery friend, but CCNC will get out this time.
Chalice just walked up and killed both those heroes by himself because he has a Reaver. So that all that extra bonus strength, yeah, more than enough damage for himself. Picked themselves up 2 Yules, but you know they've got a little bit more things to save themselves and buy themselves times versus that pounce. But how are they killing heroes? They can kill the support. We've seen them kill the Rubik, but how the hell are they going to kill any of these cores on LGD? And then we see that gem, and up. Chalice has a full heart, so let's do some damage to the tower.
Attack the tower. Push to the high ground.
This is the GG push that LGD is looking for now here. They've got the Aegis to cheese. They've got everything. Jump forward. Don't actually get it. You can see. We'll be okay for the time being, but the Raxes are dropping.
There's nothing they can do. They have the full 5 mana alive, but
they're setting up with the Infest on the backlines. You see Snaking wrapping around down below. He's trying to find an opportunity here. He's spotted, though.
Cannot get the jump that he'd hoped for.
He has to back all the way up. That Spirit zones him out. Chalice is just still positioned there on the high ground with no fear whatsoever. Hitch says CCNC once, does about half his health, and now
they
CCNC.
get the sleep stomp on CCNC. He has the Yules.
That's
the Chalice stomp, as Emma says, by sometime, it doesn't matter. Maybe in. Cuts him down. Arme commits with the BKB. Snaking and Pilot are getting dove. Maybe kills a second, taking down MSS. Arme, also a little bit low, but he'll be able to back off and rely on the Shadow Dance. FY does get taken out by Snaking and Yawar. They'll find the Rubik on the side. Chalice, he's just in there. 4 heroes trying to take him down. They're slowly doing it, but he has the cheese, he has the stampede, turns the sleep follow-up as well. Snaking comes in with an epicenter, but it doesn't do anything at all whatsoever. Chalice was set up by Yules, I believe, at the same time.
He's now back up, but he's getting chunked down. The Lifestealer is starting to hurt.
They will get him. Maybe. They've also found him as well. They had detection down. They see him on the low ground. He's got the Aegis, but he's without 2 teammates.
Is Ame going to come help him?
See if they can kill him a second time. He's got the BKB. He'll go for the BKB TP out.
They punched too early.
Oh, he should have saved it.
Oh, boy.
Ooh, MSS knows as well, too, immediately, right after he throws it.
That would have been pretty huge.
That could have been a very big kill there for sure there.
Maybe. But they don't.
Ame was not even looking to help him, by the way. Ame just went and claimed bounty runes while his TA was dying over there. He's like, yeah, you'll figure it out, maybe. Don't worry about it. Maybe thinking that he might actually just die there, but yeah, gets out because of that early punch coming out from MSS. Jeez, Chalice. Chalice popped Retaliate and had plus 500 damage there, too. He turned and was starting
500?
Yeah, 500 because he has the downs, so.
Yeah. Oh, you are. TP out, my friend.
Are we going to see a Basher queued up immediately by Ame? After that, right?
He's got money.
Okay, he's going for the MKB.
Yeah,
against the Radiance makes sense. So. I thought maybe we'd see it, just because those situations, it's like, you don't have detection, buy the gem after that. Don't have the disable, buy the Basher, just so you can get rid of that Rage TP.
Well, they're holding on. That's 32 minutes. You're down 27,000 gold.
Costed you 3 buybacks.
You've only lost the melee racks. That's it. They're holding on.
It's still pretty impossible.
It's impossible. But maybe.
They have to hope for... Man, they just really have to hope for some type of crazy overextensive plays from LGD at this point, because they're just way too strong. Even then, LGDs can maybe even just dive them into tier 4s when they have their entire squad up into the base. Because we saw how much Chalice can actually tank. That was Chalice eating all 5 heroes, hitting him with tag team on, and he was still surviving for quite a long time.
Once again, Forward Gaming just keeping on the high ground. Anytime that they're aware that PSG LGD are trying to sweep the map, try and find a pick-off with these smokes.
Yawar pretty much has the full AC finished up too, so he is starting to get quite a bit stronger here. Has the evasion talent too, but that, you know, we see that the MKB is already picked up, of course, for the Slark as well as that TA. Shrines taken out by both of the cores of LGD, and they're just keep forward in their base, don't let them get any farming. For it, they're trying to sneak out here. They've got the smoke.
Chalice,
catch something here.
Chalice just goes in. He goes straight into the midst of the wall. He has got a stampede, but they'll use him up. The rest of the team now coming over to help Chalice out. The Storm, yes, 3 of them here. X-Nova lays down the ult as well. The rest of LGD moving across, clips onto the 2 of them. Chalice still alive, slides out to the side. They'll jump in with the Remnant. CCG trying to kill him, but he's straight into a Who-Stomp. And look who's here, ready and waiting. Arme jumps in onto CCNC. 3-4 dead. They're falling like flies on Forward Gaming.
And they don't even kill him.
And it's GG. They've had enough. They'll tap out of this one as 2-0 PSG LGD take the series, and there are no questions asked today as who is the better team. PSG LGD looking to be very far ahead of Forward Gaming.